All right, let me come out and say this. I will never record drums again without miking the bottom of the toms. This was something that I've read about for years, and I think I tried it once in 2003 or something. And I didn't really do what I wanted. I don't know what I wanted from it, but I didn't get anything out of it. And then I revisited that just here recently, and I was like, whoa, it's the best thing there is. I've always had trouble in my room to getting my toms to cut and be as big and powerful as the kick and snare. Kick and snare, we can usually get something pretty decent, but never the toms. And I never really understood why. They always seem to be muddy, or always seem to be, I don't know what. Well, in this particular song here, I've got, let's take a look at it. It's a pretty type of song. We've used it before, I guess. And actually, there's a tom fill in particular that was kind of a good illustration of what we're up to. Okay, nice little tom sound there. Kind of tasteful, nothing too crazy. What I've got, we had 3 toms, and so I just recorded these at 57s on top, which is not something I normally do. I've been big on small diaphragm condensers for a long time. I did use a trick where I used foam on the microphones, kind of on the outside for further insulation. That'll be something you can ask me about. I definitely want to do a video of that before too long. Let's listen to just the tops first. With that combination, the 57s worked really well once I got the bleed down. What I didn't like about them was a lack of body, actually. I was kind of surprised by that. Because sometimes, well, not really. 57s aren't like a big, woofy microphone like a condenser would be. But either way, I liked the attack a whole lot. I don't think I have any EQ boost in the attack, really, not to speak of. And then I have the low toms over here. And I recorded these with large diaphragm condensers. I got the ADK Thor, and another one's an Odin, same thing basically. And then I only have one ADK, or one of each ADK mic, so I tossed a 414 AKG under there on the floor tom. Let's listen to those now and see what they do. There's a certain crappiness to that, I'll admit. I don't love it. For one, those aren't panned. I did that for a reason. I don't like to pan low frequency stuff. And so I let the tops handle the sound stage and the panning and all that stereo junk, and I'll let the bottoms just kind of rumble. And those are EQ'd a little bit, which isn't really a big deal. You have to kind of approach that however you individually like, but I like routing these individually. I don't think I did it on this song, actually, but a lot of times I'll put the tom top mics on one bus, tom bottom mics on another bus, and that lets me tear them up however I feel like it. And then I'll route that to probably a tom track or tom bus, and then route that to a drum bus. I like buses these days. What are you gonna do? Anyway, so when we combine these, let's see. First off, the just a basketball boom, boring sound on the bottom. All right, and then we'll add the top to that. No, that was a kick. Wrong mic. And here we go. They really balance each other out quite well. And now in the context of the whole mix, nothing wrong with those. So, and also this is a big deal if you're ever have to use samples or ever having like a drummer who doesn't balance his kit well. This song's kind of an easier example because it is such a soft song. It's easier for the drummer to knock the crap out of everything but the cymbals. But like for your metal songs and things like that where drummers often get soft on the toms, having that extra little bit of meat or reinforcement or whatever you want to call it is often a huge help in getting the overall tom tracks to cut without relying on the tops for all the low ends. So that can be a big deal. So definitely check it out if you have any trouble at all with your toms. And even if you're not, play around because I think it's a lot of fun. All right, guys. Bye.